Secret Service throws me into the public and I am getting mobbed. And we had to leave. We could not stay there. So, and I'm pissed.
President Trump, how did you get to know him?
Originally, he wanted me to be on The Apprentice. This is before he was president. I worked with some other Republicans here in town, and then Don Jr. called me up and wanted to know if I'd do a little video to help out the Republican Party, and it started hanging out with Don Jr. and then met Eric, hung out with him, and then then started hanging out a little bit with Trump. Yeah.
What do you enjoy about spending time with him?
He is a brilliant guy. I mean, like I know the press vilifies him and everything like that, but I've had dinner with him. He can tell you out a business deal he did in 1988. He can tell you the names of the 8 different people that were in the deal, the percentage each one of them owned, how much each one of them made. I mean, his memory is that good, And you have to often think about it like this. I mean, he is the only president we've had, probably in over 100 years, with a net worth of less when he came out of office in 2020. He really does give a shit. Okay, I mean, like when my son died last year, he called me up the next day. I just think he's a good president. I mean, like, the insanity with government's got to end. We can't be spending money like we have. I mean, if the debt keeps on going up, we will have massive inflation. We will be Venezuela, Argentina. In the 1930s, Argentina had a per capita GDP of right around 80% of the United States and was on track to beat us. Okay? Higher GDP than the US, yes, per capita. And then they started socialism and big government. And look what happened. And it happens every time. I'm sure probably 49% of your watchers don't like Trump, but I think he's doing a good job for our country.
Well, but that's what makes a democracy great, right? Like everybody has their own political views, and that's what makes America great.
I think it's terrible. I mean, 10 or 15 years ago, you could have Republicans and Democrats could be friends. Now it's like there's this dividing line, and they've just...
Right, and both parties are responsible for that. Like, most people are center slightly left or center slightly right, and
so you can be,
political figures used to be able to compromise to do what was in the best interest of the electorate, and that shouldn't be a political...
No, forever. I mean, I've had friends on both sides of the aisle, and like back in the day, it was like, you know what? Let's not even debate it, dude. Yeah, let's go bowling.
Most memorable time you've ever had with Trump?
When he called me up and apologized to me.
For what?
So this is kind of crazy. So this is in 2018. He's having a rally here in town for a guy running for Congress, someone running for Congress and Senate, and they wanted me to announce him at the rally. So I show up with my son Jake and my daughter Serena. White House staff, hey Rick, how's it going? Like, come on this way. And we go to backstage, and like Secret Service goes, he's not on the list. And they're going like, but it's Rick Harrison, his friend's like, not on the list, doesn't matter. And I'm literally trying to call like a US Senator and some other people, some congressmen. I can't get a hold of anybody. Secret Service throws me into the public and I am getting mobbed. And we had to leave. We could not stay there. So, and I'm pissed. I mean, we're on the freeway on the way home, and Senator Heller calls me up. He goes, Rick, so sorry. Just come on back down to the convention center. It was a screw up. It'll be fine when you get there. We're like, dude, all the roads are closed. I can't get back down there. The president's in town. They close the roads, and like, in a few little, because I have no filter because I worked in a pawn shop my whole life. So we ended up driving home. I dropped Jake off. I'm so pissed off. I'm going to the bar. All right, because I'm really, really mad.
And it's kind of embarrassing, too, when you're in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the thing that upset me was, like, my son, he's 16 years old. He told his buddies he's going to be the president, da-da-da-da. So I get, like, a block from the house, and then, like, Senator Heller's number pops up on my truck. I'm like, and, like, Senator Heller knows I have no filter. So the first words out of his mouth is like, Rick, before you say a word, the President of the United States would like to talk to you. And the first words out of Trump's mouth were, Rick, I am really sorry. This is all my fault. Because my White House staff, they work for me. They screwed up. That makes it my fault. I'm sorry. You know, they should have informed the Secret Service. So I'm sorry. Will you please come back down to the convention center? We'll try and make this happen. And you're not going to tell the President of the United States no. All right. So I'm just like, yes, sir. I will do whatever I can to get there. I mean, the roads are closed though. So I turn around, go back to the house, grab my son Jake. Says, the President wants us to go to the convention center. Where do we get there? So, but it was funny. So we're driving down there, and then I got a weird phone number pop up on my truck there. And I got like, some guy goes like, this is such and such with the Secret Service in D.C. I have the Secret Service guy at Vegas on location. We have the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police undersheriff, and all these people are on the phone. The big guy says, get you to the convention center. Where are you at? What are you driving? I'm saying, when I'm driving a gray Raptor, I'm going down Desert Ed right now. He goes like, where you at? I'm going like, I'm right at Durango. When you get to Decatur, whether the lights red or green, stop, flash your headlights. So we literally, the light is green. We got people honking at me. I stop, and all of a sudden, like 8 cop cars that come out of nowhere. I get a phone call, follow us. And I got my son there going like, Dad, who do you know? I'm like, I guess I'm kind of important. And they got us to the convention center, and my son got his picture with the president.
Didn't you just open for him recently?
Yeah, recently, yeah.
How was that?
They have done this to me multiple times. Okay, it's not the president's fault. It's like the people running these rallies. You know, they ask me, hey, you want to come to the rally? Sure. Show up at the rally, like, oh, you're speaking in 5 minutes. Oh, okay. In the immortal words of Mark Twain, it usually takes 2 or 3 weeks to prepare for an impromptu speech.
Do the nerves get going?
No, I just like get wicked.
Yeah.
I've done it plenty of times.
You have implied interest before in being governor.
I thought about it.
Any political ambition on your end?
Give it a few years, I might. You know what? I would. You know, I know I can't completely change the world, but I would like to leave it in a better place. I mean, just change a little bit to make it a little bit better. I do a lot of work with charity work and stuff like that. I'm proud of that. So maybe, I think I do a good job at it.